What's up, everybody? We back again, holding in the road. This time I'm bringing on a special guest, my brother Reggie. You know, good, wise brother, man. Good in the community, man. Say what's going on, Reggie.
Man, how y'all doing out there in YouTube world? Just want to come show some love to my brother Harold and my absent partner, old Fox. Man, I'm always trying to help out my brothers in any way I can. And it's a great opportunity here.
Oh yeah, man, and we appreciate it, man. What we doing today, man? We just trying to, as we try to do with our channel, we try to give out a good word. We try to talk about many things that's going on in society, whether it's black, whether it's white. We do key in on the black community because that's our community. You know, some of the flaws that we have as men, flaws with our family, people can relate to them. So, you know, we thought to bring on brother Reggie, who smart, like I said, smart, wise brother, man, been out here, man, and to hear another perspective, you know, ask him a couple questions and kind of see if what he's saying is better and easier for people to digest, you know, because sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it. So today, you know, I'm gonna just, like I said, write off a couple questions, ask my man Reggie a couple things, and y'all hear his word, hear his insight, and we'll just go from there. So the first one I really want to hit on is, you know, Reggie, us as men growing up, again, we have to build up to being that. You know, it is absent father. It's some great single moms. You know, my mom was a single mom to help, you know, raise me to be a man. But God had to lead her into what to do to raise me, because she wasn't a man. She don't really know what to do. So, you know, that's one of the questions I wanted to put to you. You know, what do you define as a man? Not just an adult. What you find as a man?
Well, what I define as a man is somebody that takes on his responsibilities. A lot of things in society go on now that men decide to stay in the background instead of stand up front. The Bible, I always go to my spiritual side of it. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, it says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. That shows a lot in society now, that a lot of men still want to be a child. They don't want to accept the responsibilities of a man. And like, God is the only one that can show us that, but also understanding who we are as individuals, as men. We first got to know who we are, number one. Number two is being able to accept the decisions that we make in life, and also being able to stand up no matter the circumstances. What I have seen in our society now, and majority in our community now, is that us as men sometimes shy away from conflict and making hard decisions on certain things in life in general. But now is not the time to be like that. Now
I went in and not. I seen the last part I heard you say was about men accepting responsibility. Pretty much is it. This is the time for us to stand up and stand together.
Oh yes, most definitely. Because man, you see it, man, in society and what it is now. You see more women standing out front. Nothing against my women, our beautiful women, because some in circumstances aside, they have to stand out front.
That's true.
But now it's time for us to take ownership as men to stand out front. Our women are here to help us. They are helpmates. God put the man over the household. God put the man over the woman. Not as a dictator, but if you have a good marriage and relationship, a man is the head, but if you have something good like that, they're going to conversate anyway. So going to have a talking relationship.
Exactly.
God says the man should love his wife like God loved the church. I'm paraphrasing. That just shows you, man, regardless of what goes on as men, he wants us out front. We have to stand out front.
Yeah.
But like I say, society now, women had to take over that role because you don't have enough men willing to stand out front.
Yeah. A lot of us I feel like a lot of us been being weak, man. And again, I don't know if it's because we grew up in single parent homes. I don't know if it's because we choose to stay and be childish. Is it keeping up? Is my video keeping up with you?
Yeah, it's keeping up. It's
okay.
Good.
It was kind of lagging on my part, but yeah, I don't know if men just thinking that we should take the back seat. I like what you said, the part about the marriage or about the partnership, because you become partners or try to be friends first before you get into, which a lot of people try to say now, the king and queen, which that's the marriage, but you're supposed to lead the house. You also, that's how I feel. A man is supposed to lead his house, but a man is not supposed to ever shun his wife. His wife is really, after God, your wife is the first person you're supposed to talk to.
Oh yeah.
After you talk to God.
Mostly what it is now though, man, again, the man is supposed to lead the house, but what happens in society, people don't understand what that means by lead the house.
Yeah. That
does not mean be a dictator. That does not mean disrespect your wife. What that means is, at the end of the day, y'all come together and talk. But at the end of the day, you will have to make the final decision. Yeah. And if you got a good relationship with your wife, like I got with mine, she gonna accept your decision. As men, we gonna make bad decisions, man. But in general, we have to make them decisions to be a man.
Yeah.
It's not time to always put my wife out front and say, well, if something go wrong, oh, my wife decided that. Or if something don't go right, oh, she did that. No, that's not the purpose.
That's on our shoulders.
Yeah, that's on us. Yeah. And when you look in society now, if your wife go out looking a certain kind of way, or your child go looking out a certain kind of way, they're not looking at the wife and the child. They're looking at the man.
They're supposed to be supporting them. Yeah.
They're going to say, what is the man doing in the house to let your wife or your child or whoever, how your household is run, they're looking at the man anyway. So at the end of the day, it's time we do need to stand up. We do need to take ownership of being a man. Being a man is not always going to be cake and ice cream. That's not reality.
No, it's not.
You're going to make some wrong decisions, some bad ones, but as long as you stand up and accept your decisions that you make, that's what's all about being a man, just standing up.
And it is, man. And I'm in a relationship, not married yet, and the part that it took a while for me and my old lady to get through is the part of, I'm gonna lead, you're gonna follow. No matter how many mistakes I make, help me to make better decisions as we go on. It is not for me or her to point the finger. We had to work together, and that's what's supposed to help you build a house, man. And once you take that step toward marriage, that's gonna be even bigger, because I gotta have somebody. I pray to God every day, but I gotta have that physical person, which is your wife, to help you make those good decisions, to help lead this house, to help keep the kids safe, so on and so forth. And a lot of people do miss that. A lot of people do not understand that it's a tandem, it's a team effort, it's 50-50,
but also though, the main thing, like what me and your other brother tell you all the time, bro. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, man, a marriage is a partnership, but also, man, you gotta understand, God gotta lead that house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always go that route because before me and my wife got married, we had plenty of conversations where I'm gonna be the man. But until you understand, until you let God lead it, because if certain things, you're gonna make hard decisions. Me and my wife don't agree on everything, but I do have enough sense, or what you call enough unction, to say sometimes you walk away from conversations. Sometimes you go pray and let daddy tell you what to say, or sometimes, man, picking up the Bible and just taking a step away, because women, I'll be honest, my wife as men, we see stuff right now.
Yeah.
Women see long term. And it's a lot of things my wife done saw long term that I didn't see, but the conversation we had helped me make better decisions. Because the main thing as a man in the household, understanding that your decision will affect everybody in the household.
Everybody,
affect you.
Everybody.
And a lot of people don't understand that. You're not just making a decision for you. You're making a decision for everybody in your house.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's like, that right there is deep. And that's exactly what I feel like maybe some men are scared of. Because a lot of men, what you said earlier, You don't want to go from a child or a boy to a man. You still doing this. You should not be in your 30s doing what you did in your 20s. You should not be in your 40s doing what you did in your 20s or 30s. You should get better as a man every year, man. We can't still be clubbing. We can't be still trying to jump from this woman to that woman. You know, no, you can't do that, man. We got to buckle down, and we have to lead our kids. You know what I'm saying? That's huge, man. Yeah, I love that word that you gave on that. And again, you know, hey, I'm always comfortable with my brothers about all those different situations, man. And that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do, man. And you also talked about, you said something about that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Hey, I don't know all this stuff. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to my brothers. They might have been in the same situation, you know, and got over it. I need to talk to them and see what they head. That's what you got to do.
But a lot of stuff too, you see though now with the young people still, like men still doing what they're doing in their 20s. They don't have you also gotta want something, man. You also gotta want to have something. See, if you don't have any drive to have anything, you're gonna continue to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because what are you working towards? You know what I'm saying? Like my goal was, yes, I grew up without my father. He was here, but he wasn't here. But at the end of the day, I didn't never look back at that because I always want better.
Yeah.
I always wanted better. So I started with, first thing I did was work on me.
Exactly.
You know, I know my flaws. Yep. Then I started talking to my wife. We started dating. Then you say, well, okay, what can I do to make our relationship better? But also looking at the future. You know, when you find that one.
Yeah.
That one, you know in your heart. And then if God in it, he gonna show you that that's the one.
Exactly.
But you have to be wanting to work towards something, man. Everybody got to have a goal somewhere to say, I want to be here this year and next year and the year after that,
5-year plan, 10-year plan, whatever. Yeah.
But if you don't have no plan or no goal towards nothing,
you lost.
Yeah, you're going to sit there and do what you've been doing because you ain't working towards nothing. You're still having a good time. You ain't got no ambition. So that's how that usually go.
Yeah, you're going to wake up.
Men is not, man, we have the young men are out there, don't even know what they're trying to go towards. They just wake up in the morning and say, hey man, we gonna do us today. And that ain't good to have it, man. You gotta be working towards something.
Yeah. That's right there is already a weakness as far as leadership, as far as leading the house. When you don't even know where you going.
Yeah.
How you gonna lead the house?
Yeah. You lead your house, you don't know where you going.
Hey, cause leading the house ain't easy, Reggie. Yeah,
you
better tell them.
No, it's not. It's a struggle every day because when you make a decision, your decisions affects everybody, man. I got all my kids. I make decisions every day. My biggest flaw for myself is I'm an ambitious person. I like to move. I don't like to be put in a box. But I also understand that if some decisions or some things I want to do, I can't do because how it's going to affect my household. Me and my wife got a perfect thing going.
Yeah.
And then my kids are comfortable. Sometimes you swallow that pride and sit down and say, hey man, what's important? And the most important thing is your family. If you have a family, is your family.
Oh yeah.
That's the most important thing, especially as a man. Hey, I I tell my sons all the time, man, live with your decisions.
Yes.
Make them good, bad, and different. You stand up and you made that decision, you live with the consequences of that decision.
And learn from it.
Yeah, and learn from it. Yeah, definitely learn from it. That's a lot of things too. A lot of us, we just don't learn from nothing.
No.
We make a bad decision like, well, that wasn't no big deal. Nah, I don't want to keep going around in circles over and over again.
And do it again next month. Like, no, you need to learn from it, man. Learn from it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we got to do, man. And that's going to lead into, you know, another question I want to ask you is how do we lead our kids away from this foolishness, man? Because there's so much stuff with mass shooting. There's so much stuff they're trying to put out with sexuality. There's so much stuff they doing to distract the kids. And, you know, hey, me and you older. the way we grew up was more so, it was more the village. It was more so, grandma, if you did have a father figure, it might have been an uncle or an older guy in the neighborhood where you had more people trying to direct you the right way, whether it be education. Hey man, you can't be a knucklehead all the time. Hey man, you need to go this way, make sure you finish school. If you're in football, basketball, any sport, they definitely watching you to say, hey, get your education. Stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of that going on right now. I know it's, a couple different things with the laws, about disciplining your kids. I know it's a couple things that's kind of hindering us, but how do we focus on leading our kids the right way?
First, you set your foundation, man. Like my house, I have certain rules. You have to set your foundation. You have to set the expectation of your kids, your house. My kids know it's books, then sports. My biggest thing with my kids, the number one thing is they know who their dad is as a person and as a man. I'm daddy, but at the same time, I'm also a disciplinarian in the fact of everything that other kids do, I don't care. That doesn't matter to me.
I'm big on that too.
I don't care what you see outside. I don't care what no other kids do. When you come in here, this is how things going to be. And my main foundation is, and I always go spiritually, is that in my house, we serve God, man. God got, it's a scripture in the Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father, that your days may be long.
Oh yeah.
I teach my kids that all the time. Respect should be respect. They should have respect for you anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the foundation has to be set by you and your significant other, me and my wife.
Yeah.
We set a foundation. Far as trying to keep these kids from seeing that stuff, you can't.
No.
I don't care how much you try to manage YouTube or you try to manage video games or whatever. Society is so bad now that when you go to schools, they seeing it.
That's true.
You got you in the classrooms, they talking about it. The only thing we can do is educate them enough to understand that that's outside, but that's outside, but what we expect as parents.
True.
You're not gonna stop it, man, because like I try to monitor my kids. I do the best I can with them. But at the end of the day, that relationship that we have, if something do cross their mind or something do come up, they trust me enough and my wife enough to sit down and we sit down and have a conversation. And that's the foundation we set. You always got to have your foundation. It starts with you, man. It begins and ends with you. That's how I always look at it. And that's how I approach me getting my daughter. I raised my daughter, didn't really be around her that much, but I learned a lot from being in my daughter's life. But my sons, I'm with them 24/7.
Yeah.
So it's a different vibe. So I'm with my kids, my sons 24/7. So I can monitor their grades. So I know what to look at. I can call the teachers and ask what's going on. I'm in their life constantly.
Yeah.
It ain't no, I'm tired from work. No, I forget being tired from work. I get up and spend time with them. We have conversations about life.
Yeah, and see that just goes back to what we just talked about a second ago. Being a man, you have to lead your house, but you have to lead it through God. God leads you, and you lead the house. Setting the ground rules is big because the outside exposure is going to be there. I feel the same as far as we have to put as much as we can in our child, give them that sword and shield, because when they go out there, it's a lot of mess out there. It's a lot out there to influence them, man. It's a lot out there to try to take them under, whether it be drugs, whether it be just being misled to be a complete lazy student. It's all kind of stuff out there, man. Because kids are gonna be kids, and once the kids hit teenagers, now they think they know everything. They smelling themselves like they always say. You smelling yourself. You feel like you're grown, and I know. What my mama said, you feel like you're grown. You can go out there and do your own thing if you're grown. You don't need to be up in here.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
There's only one grown person in this house. Shoot.
Oh yeah. So a lot of old school habits, though, man. Yeah. We got to go back to old school, man. Yeah. It's a pastor I listen to. His name is Geno Jennings.
Yeah, I know.
And this dude, and I love this man. He says, he always says we got to go back to the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
We got to come back to the Bible. But I also understand to the fact we got to go back to old school ways, man. A lot of old school foundations made communities better.
It did. It definitely did.
And a lot of things we have took for granted, we kind of dismissed from old school foundation, and don't want to adapt it to new school, man. You never had kids with communities where a parent from if one of your friends, the parent sees you want your kid acting up, and they don't say nothing to them. Now in society, the parent get mad if somebody try to correct their child.
Yeah, that's foolish. That's
crazy, because I would want a parent to see my child out of order. They're correct them. You ain't got to put your hands on them, but you can say something.
Yes, you
to
can.
get them back on track. Hey, man, that ain't right. But now we just overlook a whole lot of stuff, especially in our community, where we, as parents, get in our feelings so much that we feel like our kid right, knowing our kids ain't all 100%.
Is a baby kid.
Yeah,
you done raised a little, almost a little devil. You know, you done let that child get like that.
Yeah,
come on now.
And you get mad when somebody correct them, man. That's bad, because you are creating a process where this kid feel like nothing he does is wrong. No, that's not reality. The truth is, if you're wrong, a kid should be scolded or reprimanded. Yeah. But we as parents got to get out our feelings, especially in our community, man.
Yeah.
We know our kids have good days and bad days, man. We know our children. If somebody come and say my kid did this or did that, you know your child, so you should be able to say, okay, that don't sound right, or yeah, that you're absolutely right. I need to talk to him about that, or talk to her about that. But we as parents now get in our feelings so much, we just believe our kids without a shadow, without even questioning them nothing. Like, I know my kids, my son Cameron, I love my boy, but he's sometimes he's a comedian sometimes.
Yeah.
So if a teacher come to me and say, hey man, your son was laughing and giggling in class, okay, I know my child. I already know what time it is. Hey, he come home, we sit down and have a conversation. But to sit there and say, when somebody telling you this, and you just
get offended,
y'all just lying on my child. No, man, we got to get past that stuff.
We got to.
All our kids are not perfect. No kid is perfect.
No.
So we got to get out our feelings with that stuff, man. Accept what people are trying to help us with. Ain't nobody really telling your kid bad for nothing.
Yeah.
That don't even make sense.
No, it don't. It don't. And it's just like, where are the times where I remember when my mom, I can't go in the store and embarrass her. It ain't about me. I'm embarrassing her, because it's gonna show that either she ain't raised me right, or I ain't got no good manners, or whatever. It was always yes ma'am, no ma'am, or hey, I'm gonna get popped in the lips. You know what I'm saying? You better not say the wrong thing around her, man. So it's like the values of, like you said, the old school are gone, man. And it just don't make sense, because those were the building blocks to move towards. This is a young gentleman. This is a young lady. When you see a child saying yes ma'am, no ma'am to whomever, if it's an elder, somebody older than you, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, yes sir, no sir. You know, it wasn't that what's up, huh? Man, you say love my mama house, man, please, man. Like you get hit in the lips, you might get popped in the back, whatever. Yeah, it's just you, like you say, you have to earn that respect. You have to demand that respect, and you know your kids will become better men, better women, and potentially better parents. You know, because they have a foundation. You have no foundation, it's chaos, and that's what we're getting right now. We are getting a lot of chaos, and getting too much chaos. Our community can't afford to take steps back. We can't afford to sit still. You know, we need to be moving forward in every way. And I think getting away from the old school tactics, it's hurting us, man, because we ain't got the foundation right now. We do not. But
another thing too, though, that's hurting us is we don't know our children. Like, you know what I'm saying? We work, we come home being tired. How often do we sit and talk to our kids?
Yeah.
How often do we go in the room, hey man, put that phone down, come out here and sit at the table and eat dinner together?
Yeah, yeah.
How often do we sit on the weekend when we off and we sit and watch a movie together or go to the beach together?
Yeah.
How often do we interact as a family?
Yes.
Now at times we work 12 hours or whatever we work. We come home, take a shower, go to bed. We don't check our kids' homework. YouTube and social media raising our kids because we have become so complacent to the point where we only care about, I got to pay these bills, got to keep these lights on, keep shoes and clothes on, and make sure they have what they want. But kids now, man, need more of our attention now than ever before because of what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Some of the stuff they dealing with in school, man, we never thought about this stuff.
You ain't lying.
Like when I was growing up, the thing that I was worried, what my parents, my grandma and my mom was worried about, I better not get no girl pregnant. Now
you better not bring no baby to the
now, man, you go to now these kids go to school, man. You're dealing with COVID. Yeah. Now you're dealing with you don't know if your kid's safe to go to school now.
Yeah.
They got so much going in their head now, man.
That's
and
true.
we sit here and get off work and don't have a conversation. Mm-hmm. We don't chill with them, talk to them or nothing. We just go home, come home, take a shower, go to bed, eat dinner.
And repeat the
cycle.
cycle.
It should be our goal every day, especially when you're home. Make your kid come to the kitchen table, we eat dinner together, we talk and laugh to see what they did, how your day went.
Yeah.
What happened at school today? These conversations got to happen so we can know our child. Yeah. It disturbs me. Me and my wife talk about this all the time. These young kids killing themselves.
That's a
9 and 10 years old, man. Yeah. You killing yourself. Yeah. They killing themselves. Where they getting this information from? Exactly. They even know how to do that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What are they watching to know how to go kill themselves at 9, 10, 11, 12?
That shouldn't even cross your mind.
That shouldn't even be on your mind.
No.
That's why I say we as parents, man, we got to know our kids. We got to spend time with our kids.
Yes.
To get all that other stuff. Yes, I'm tired every day. Yes, I work, but my kids need my attention because I couldn't imagine my son going through something or my daughter going through something. And they've been going through it for years.
And I
didn't know. I'm living in the same house and didn't know nothing. Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow, man. But society now, our YouTube, social media is raising a whole lot of our kids. So we, as parents, have got real soft and complacent. Oakley, my brother, one of our, Big O, he's my example on what a parent is. Me.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, when you let your kids make decisions but you're right there to help them.
To guide them.
I'm not gonna make
right
it
there to guide them. Yep.
But I'm gonna guide you. I done taught you enough where you can make decisions. Exactly. I done taught you enough to do this and that. Yep. That's why, man, I pride our relationship that we have, me, you, and O and Joe.
Yeah.
Because I have examples of what it is. Teenagers, my kids from done done it. Done it. It's great to have a valve to go to. Say, hey man, should I approach this way? Yep. You got to have some kind of, besides God, some kind of safety valve, like you said before, to go talk to.
Exactly.
And man, a good circle. Should I leave this alone? And things like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you hit on that because that is real good, man. That's another part about growing up as far as a man and as far as a woman. Once you move to that next tier, and our community is bad about this. Once you move to the next tier, when I say mindset, mind, body, and spirit, when you say, I'm not going to do this childish stuff no more, I'm not going to do this damaging to me as far as, if I was, say I was on dope, and I decided to get off dope.
Yeah.
I can't be around my old dope head friends. That's eliminated. You have to eliminate it. Say I used to, run the streets and we used to fight and we used to club, man. And now I felt, like you said, that special woman God and put it in my face. I can't hang around them cats. We used to run in the club and run into this female house, that female house. You have to mold your circle to what your life is going to be.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He said, be ye separated, man. That's Bible. And a lot of times, but I'm glad. I am so blessed that God put me around some people going the same way I'm going.
Yeah.
Because, man, when It's sometimes it get lonely when you just feel like you by yourself because you ain't got none of your friends are going the same direction.
That's true.
But now, oh yeah, I got brothers I can talk to, and you know what I'm saying. We all trying to maintain, take care of our family, do the right thing. Yep. It's a great thing to have that kind of brotherhood.
It is.
It's awesome. And God, and like I said, I don't believe in luck, coincidences. I believe we are in each other's life for a purpose. I might not know the purpose at this time, but He put us where we cross paths.
Oh yeah. At
this job, me to come together and we talk and chit chat about real life stuff. Exactly. We ain't talking about clubbing. We talk about life stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like what's going on in the world. But also, man, we really care about each other and how our family's doing.
Oh yeah.
And you don't find that nowhere too much, man. You don't find that at all.
No. And that's something powerful, man. And some people are afraid to do that, to be honest, man. Just because I know, just talking to certain people growing up, certain women didn't like to hang around a lot of women. They felt like they was going to invade their privacy and take their men. A lot of men normally don't really like to be open your feelings. We don't normally like to talk about the situation. I really when I was young, it's hard for me to come tell you how me and my old lady just going through it. I'm gonna try to act like it's all sunshine over here, man. like everything just gravy. When you know good and well ain't no relationship perfect, man. So it's hard for people. It has been hard for people. We got to get over that. We got to be able to look ourselves in the mirror. We got to be able to have people that we can open up with, that having a good circle you can trust, and that could be blood family, or that could be family you met through whatever path you walk in life. Just to help each other out, man. You cannot get through this world by yourself. Only time you're gonna do something by yourself is when you go to see God. That's the only thing you do by yourself.
But the plus is that another thing too, man, as people, as individuals, being able to take the truth.
Yeah.
If you tell me something wrong with me, I have to be able to swallow that and not get in my feelings.
Yep.
So I have learned this dealing with y'all, especially dealing with y'all. Hey man, you might as well go put them feelings on the back burner, man, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you the truth. We can either deal with it, and accept what they're telling you, and you sit and look at yourself, or not. That was probably my hardest thing at first, because I'm like, dang, y'all blunt as crap. People are blunt. You're not used to somebody really caring about what's going on with you.
And that's all love.
Usually, you're usually used to people having a motive.
Exactly.
Telling you some stuff. Yeah, but now, man, like I say, man, I done got out my feelings. Y'all done took them away from me. I ain't got no more of them. I taking it right, bro.
Oh yeah, but that's a good space to be in when you around a bunch of people you love and you trust. We can criticize each other, man. We can do that. We can give each other constructive criticism to help be better, man. Like you said, we always talk about each other's family, how you doing, what your daughter doing, what your son doing, man. Hey, what you think about doing next? Like you said, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, whatever. We always check on each other, man. I seen what podcast was on with Brandon Marshall, I Am Athlete. They talked about talking to your brothers, give your partner a call, man. Mental health test, man. Where are you at from a 1 to a 10? And a lot of them, they say, hey, I'm at an 8. I'm feeling good. I'm fine. The family doing good, business running good. Just to check on your brother, because like I said, us as men, a lot of us don't like to talk about nothing when it deals with your feelings or your flaws. We don't like to do that. So I think that's a big thing. And like you said, all us in our circle, we got a real good connection where we do that.
Most definitely.
And that's just what you need more. You need more of that out there in the community, man. You just need that.
But imagine if though our community did do that, how far we would be, because we would have construction criticism that we can apply to ourselves to make our community better.
Yep.
What's wrong now in our community? Everybody want to be the boss.
That's true.
Everybody don't want to listen to nobody. Everybody can't be the boss.
No.
Sometimes the best action is to hush.
Yes.
And listen, because some information that everybody trying to say certain things, everybody got a word. That's not reality. Sometimes it's just to listen to what people are saying. Sometimes it ain't even your it's not your time to make a suggestion or to say something.
Yep.
Let the one that says something and you take that information that you gathered and then you think about it, pray about it, go to God about it, and then you say, okay, I can bring this back to my community now. Mm-hmm. But we get caught up in everybody want to be notarized. Everybody want to say, I did that, or
put it in the spot,
I suggested that. That stuff don't matter when you affecting the whole community. It doesn't matter who did what. What matters is if we grow and move forward. That's what matters.
Ultimate goal.
It don't matter who did it. It matters that we all on the same page. Now we're going forward.
Yep. Forward progress. That's the biggest thing, man. Everybody do want to lead, but if me and you had the same idea, Reggie, but we gonna let Reggie say this. But man, hey, we gonna let Reggie say this, man. We all trying to get the same goal. Just let Reggie say it. Yeah. Let him do it. Let him be the face of it. You know, I think the last big thing was the thing with Ice Cube. When Ice Cube was trying to do, you know, the contract with Black America, a lot of people shooting him down. And it's like, look, man, he's doing that for all of us. let him lead right now. Anything you want to say after that, you talk to him after that. But right now, let that man go do that. You know, and that's just hard for people to do, man. I hope we get better as a community. That's why we are doing what we're doing, you know, here on YouTube, on these platforms, to try to put some of this knowledge out, to kind of critique each other, to kind of hope this touched the right people.
Most definitely.
You know, and you know, this is, you know, we on Holding in the Road, but my brother Reggie has his own page where he putting out a lot of good words. It's Everything Begins and Ends with Choice. That is his YouTube channel. You know, Reggie, before we close, I'll let you go ahead and open up the table for you to, you know, put a word out, promote anything you need to promote. You know, just give the people a good word, man.
I got you, man. If I could tell anybody anything, man, out there in society now, we all need to find God, number one. But most of all, we need to take the time to listen to each other. If we can listen to each other, we'll grow. If we can listen to each other and take what people are saying instead of dogging what people are saying or questioning what people are saying, take the time to really listen. Yeah. What's wrong in society now, we don't listen. We pick bits and pieces out and try to say, well, they doing this and that. Like right now with my brother Harold and Big Bad Fox, they channel, Holding It to the Road. It's awesome that you have these platforms and you touch on subjects that a lot of people probably wouldn't touch on.
Yeah.
But when you do hear this stuff, listen. I was the first one to say, hey man, y'all might want to slow down. I'm the first one to say it.
Yeah.
But then when you sit and listen, understand the way what y'all trying to do, then you say, okay, now it's time to take a step back and pay attention instead of saying something. Let me try to help.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do, bruh. I appreciate the opportunity. Anytime I can help y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? But there is one thing, like I say, man, I'm always gonna go spiritual. Yep. How I look at stuff.
Oh yeah.
My background, my foundation is God, and it should be everybody. Try to be everybody's foundation. Exactly. Pick your Bible up and read it, man. I love y'all, bro. I mean, y'all keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Oh yeah, man. It's all love, man. That's why I had to get you on here, because of your spiritual side. Like I said, we all are Christians, but like you say, you have that deeper, strong relationship, and I know you can reach a lot more people, man. Like I said, I know you can reach a lot more people with that good word that you're putting out, man. And I definitely, whenever we get a chance, whenever we find some good topics, some things we're gonna talk about, for you to feed these, you know, these some of these lost souls. They, you know, some people that might be right there at the cuss, and maybe they needed to hear Brother Reggie talk. You know, the mood towards God. Cause, you know, again, that's one thing, you know, we'll talk about that another time. A lot of young people, this generation coming up, they don't care about church. They don't care about God. They ain't even thinking about it. So, you know, like you said, God got to be first before you do anything, man. Pray every day, repent every day, because hey, we all are sinners, whether you know it or not.
Everybody's sinning. Everybody.
So hey, repent daily, pray daily, you know. And like I said, man, it's all love, man. Really appreciate you coming out, man. Appreciate you coming to speak, man. And you know, this is Holding in the Road, man. Y'all live right, play fast. We all.